Today is gonna be a good day. Here he comes. Look at him go. Hey guys, you're watching one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a City. This is the third episode in a row that we've been here on the pier. I've just been having so much fun with it. So much inspiration coming into my head that I've just got to try and get it all out. So we're going to be working here again today. But next episode, we'll be moving away doing some other stuff around the city. I actually have something planned. So in the comments section of the last few episodes, I've been getting a few comments saying, AJ, you should install the molasses door mod. And I've been going, yep, I will. And then forgetting. And then I'd get another comment saying, you still haven't installed the molasses door mod. You said that you were going to install it. And I'd go, yes, I'll do that. And then forget. So, forget no further. I have now done it. We've installed the molasses door mods. If you don't know what it is, I think the title of it sort of speaks for itself. It adds a bunch of doors, including the spruce and dark oak and spruce and birch doors that you would get in vanilla, but we don't get in 1.7. We have the dark oak logs and stairs and slabs and stuff like that, but obviously the doors and the trapdoors and stuff didn't come in until later on. In 1.8 maybe, or something like that. I don't know exactly when they came in, but we've got those now, which is really nice. But there's also a bunch of other really cool doors in here. I'm so excited about using some of these stuff. There is also something I want to talk about very briefly. There's this machine here called the block mixer. Now, I don't know how to use it properly yet, but there's a really cool idea that I potentially have for. Basically, as the sort of title suggests, we can mix two blocks together, put one in one side and one in the other, and the arrows combine the two together. However, it's not as clean and as brilliant as what it makes out on this preview here. If I do this, and I come down here, and then I place it down, as you can see, we get the wool as we wanted on one side, and we get the planks as we wanted on the other side. But almost in a way, if you placed it up, it would almost be, or down, like there's a carpet on top of it. Do you know what I mean? It's like that sort of thing. However, it's not just a carpet on the face of it. It's actually only one block. Now, I thought that they were going to blend in very smoothly into each other, and we could do some really cool effects. I don't know what yet, but we could have done some really cool effects. However, it sort of makes this sort of glassy texture in the middle, like I can see the block mixer through this block. And you might think, well, AJ, that's useless. What would you ever need that for? There's something that potentially could work. If I go up in the air and I take these away, imagine that we're in a house and my ceiling will all look like oak wood. And then I go up the stairs in the house and the floor will now be red wool. Now you might think, well, you could do that with two blocks. It's like, yeah, but sometimes you don't have 2 block void between your ceiling and your floor of your house. Sometimes you only have that 1 block. We have it quite often, in fact, and we have to use spruce or some sort of neutral color for the ceiling of the bottom floor and the floor of the floor above it. And you might think, well, AJ, you could just put carpet on top and get the same red wool effect. Yes, you could, but 2 things. 1, this can be done not just with red wool or any other wool. It can be done with any 2 blocks. The red sand and yellow sand I done wood, logs, and some other block when I was just testing out. You can combine 2 together, not just the carpet sort of blocks, the wool blocks. Secondly, because this isn't a carpet laying on top, it is actually a full block, meaning that we can place things like tables and lamps and stuff on top of this, and that's something that you can't do with carpets. You can't put anything, stairs or tables or anything on top of a carpet because it takes up a full block. It's just something cool. I sort of like it. I don't exactly know how to use it properly. I don't know what this simple rendering thing is. The world blocks in world blocks require a chunk update to take effect. No, I don't know. I say I might not be waiting long enough for it to actually sort of load. I might need to log off the world and log back on for it to work. I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know. Anyway, let's go on with the doors though. First off, there's a few things also that I don't exactly know how to use in here, like these varnishing frames, but they're most likely to do with something about the survival version of this if you were making the doors in survival. First one, we've got ourselves a medieval door. Really cool door. It's sort of got this quartz outside that just allows you to place a block straight onto it, and they blend in really, really nicely. Perfect for a big cathedral or something like that. Really cool to have some big doors, something that we don't have any option of in vanilla Minecraft ever really have. We've got some sort of silly, or not sillier ones, some more useless ones that we're not going to really use that often, like this sliding trapdoor. Really cool sound effect for it. And in fact, there's a lot of doors tailored towards something that I want to build in the future, which is a submarine on the island, just off the coast. You know, like how the cruise ship is just off the coast. I want to do a submarine just barely above the water, and obviously those sliding trapdoors would be perfect for it, as well as this rusty hatch, which did work, but for some reason recently has stopped. Like, I can hear it. I can hear it place. Ah, now it placed. Okay, something was going on. I don't know. I heard it placed first time and it didn't. And I don't think I've placed it anywhere else by accident. Like, it hasn't popped underneath or nothing. But this is a really cool hatch again for a submarine. Really cool sound effects to it. Not really that useful for us in the city. That one at least. There are quite a few though. We've got a birch trapdoor. We've got a garage door. Now this one I am excited about. Let's get a wool garage door going here. Imagine this is one of our normal garage doors that we have in our city. Nothing too special about that, right? And I place down these garage doors. The only annoying thing about this garage door compared to other garage doors mods that you can get is that you have to place them down individually. I remember with the custom NPCs, no, what was it? Not custom NPCs, micro blocks. I think it was micro blocks or something like that. Carpenter blocks, I say. Carpenter blocks had a garage door, and if you placed one, it would place them all down in the vertical. This one's, I suppose, a little bit more customizable. Really cool looking garage door, but what gets better is that we can remotely use this with a button. If I grab a button here, and I put the garage door on a button here, I can hit the button. How sick is that? If I do it on what's meant to be the front, we can shut it back up again. That is really cool, right? That is really, really cool for a garage door. I'm very, very excited to do that. We can put that on pretty much anywhere, I think. Oh, let's, I can't delete it, obviously, if it's open. We'll have to shut it first. And then I can remove them. Little annoying that we have to place down each individual garage door piece, but I can live with that. It's a really cool, door that we can definitely utilize the use of here. We've got another big door. It's like a lighter coloured one of that one that we showed earlier. I've got the curtains. These are really cool, actually. This is definitely something that we can use inside of houses. You might think, yeah, nothing really that important about that. It's just some curtains here. But imagine, click. We have some windows. Now, put a window, some glass behind that, and a nice little windowsill. Not only will it look cool when you're on the inside, you can close and open your curtains at nighttime and daytime, but from the outside, it's going to look awesome as well, because we're going to get this like little curtain effect, like you do in real, with real curtains, looking through windows in real life. Very, very cool. And we've got a colour for each of the dyes. Okay, iron glass door. This is obviously a glass door that cannot be opened by hand. However, with the use of a pressure plate or a button, or something that came with this mod, which is a player sensor, I can place this on the floor. I probably shouldn't put it next to it, actually. There we go. Hey? We want this in fuel stations. We want this in supermarkets and corner stores. That is cool, right? Now, this is a little player sensor. Basically, it's a pressure plate, from what I can understand. You can place it on the side of blocks, though, as well. And it'll work exactly the same. It has a sort of different look. And I was wondering if you can use it actually on the underside of a block. It's very useful. I haven't tried that. No, you can't. So, it's basically a pressure plate that you put on the floor and it would work as that. Because you have to be within a block of it. Like, I don't know if I place it here, will it open here? No, you actually have to be on the block. So, it might as well be a pressure plate, in fairness. But idea is there. We've got factory doors. This is more submarine sort of focused. Very, very cool. I don't think we're probably going to use that one that often. Same as this laboratory door. There is a wooden glass door, though, perfect for, again, I don't know, like, shops and stuff like that. It's like the iron one, apart from you can open it by hand. There's the laboratory door. See, that goes up and down. If you've got a wall surrounding it, you won't be able to see it go up. And sort of float there. Jail door, perfect for Alcatraz. And this one works exactly the same. Like, I can use a button or a player sensor. Really cool sound effect as well. Perfect for the Alcatraz series that we've got going on as well. So that's a win for that. And then we've got this sort of saloon door. Oh, yeah, and one of these Japanese doors. I can't ever remember how to say it. You can sort of see through it as well, which is quite cool. It's sort of got some transparent stuff to it. But, oops. There we go. And then finally, we've got this sort of cowboy door, which is really cool because you can't open it by clicking on it. You have to actually walk through it. And I thought that's pretty cool as well. So maybe we'll have some sort of Western building somewhere that utilizes those, because it's pretty cool. But anyway, there's the door mod. There's molasses door mod there, just to add some really cool doors, including the vanilla doors that we didn't have before this. Anyway, that's as much as I can talk about that today, because I want to finish off our Ferris wheel. I want to get this sorted. So, the first thing that we're going to need is a wall. We're going to need some cobblestone walls. Let's take caps lock off as well. It makes me look like I'm shouting at the game. I want a cobblestone wall. And we want to put one of these across here. We want to put one basically on each of the points where the spokes connect to the outside sort of circle. So one there, one there, one there, there, all the way around. And this is what's going to hold up our, I don't know, carts. I can't remember what people call them. Oops. I always call them carts. So we want to... Clay might be better than wool. Let's say we need 8 colours. So let's try and work those out first. We've got red for sure, yellow for sure, green for sure, orange for sure, like a light blue, a pink, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a brown, no, maybe a blue, 7. I think that one's ever so close to the red. And I think that one's ever so close to these two. I'm going to go with the cyan one. So there's the 8. Let's put those up there so I don't lose them. And I think I want a quartz base or some sort of white colored base. I think quartz would be really nice because it's thin. And I think that should be good for the moment. So let's get a red one. And let's try the red one out first. What we want to do is we want to change that one to red. And then I think, probably a cobblestone wall again to hang from it. So it looks like it sort of can swing and rotate around this point. And then we want some sort of ceiling, some sort of roof. I might go with a full block, 3x3. Put these down in the corner. And then have these again. We're going to leave one side open though, the side that you can walk onto open. And then we're going to place quartz underneath it as a nice low floor. Okay, we can get some sort of gate. Obviously we have more gates now. We have camo fences. I think this means that we can place any block that we want onto it. Something like that. That's got a really nice animation. Camo fence. I don't know exactly how. I'm sure camo fence should probably mean that I could place whatever I want color on it. It might not though. I might be wrong there. I'm going to put a black one then. I think that looks the neatest. So that's super simple, super easy for us to replicate, and we can get like a beacon, like a white one or something like that, just a neutral color to go in the ceiling like that, so they light up at night as well. I don't like that as much. I thought I wouldn't mind that. No, I don't really like that. Maybe we don't want a light in there. Maybe it'd be cool to have it sort of darker in there. So, it's a perfect size. It's not too big, not too small. It's going to really stand out once we do all the other ones. So, I'm going to build the other 7. We know what colours they're going to be and you know how to build them. And I shall be right back. Alright, last one here, just a cyan one. I know it's a little bit of a boring colour, it's like a grey, but it's a nice one that'll fit in well with everything else. There was no other colour that really stood out enough for me to want to put in. It's a little bit of a downside to clay. I really like the texture of clay, but the colours aren't the greatest sometimes. Anyway though, here we go. There's all 8 of them in. It looks so beautiful, look at that. Hey, now you might notice the yellow one is actually in the floor. That is not a mistake. That's a deliberate thing that I wanted at fairground Ferris wheels that I've been to, at least. The bottom one goes into the ground a little bit. I suppose it's to stop a giant amount of steps going up to them or something like that. I don't really know. It must be easier to make or something like that. But it actually drops into the ground here. Let's get rid of this orange now. And what we can do is we can have a little tiny ramp that goes down. I think it must be so people don't have to climb up and into the carriage. And also, I suppose going down must keep their heads, people getting in, their heads out the way of moving parts. Like the Ferris wheel itself or gears and stuff like that. The last thing you want is to go walking into your carriage and then clock your head on one of these lights that come round. So the dropping down idea, really, I sort of like. Now, what we want to do is we want to also remove a small amount from the sides, because what we want to do is we want, obviously as these rotate round, they're going to start sort of touching the ground around this level. So what we want to do is we want to try and bow the ground itself to the sort of arch of that. So where does that go to? That goes to that one right there. I can do that on this side. I know where that is. That's right there. So what we do then is we grab some slabs of the spruce variety, and we put these down here. And I think maybe every 2 blocks, I think maybe every slab would be a little bit too urgent, but every 2 I think will be a nice gradual drop here. And look at that. We do that one, and then boom, and it's so perfectly underneath it. Hey, just that little gap underneath it. Man, when the numbers in Minecraft go correctly for you, they go right for you, there's no better feeling. There really, really isn't. To block up the sides, I think I'll probably just use spruce wood down the sides as well. I don't think there's really any point doing anything differently. We'll just use these down this layer and down this layer. It should look really neat from the outside. And from the underside, it doesn't really matter. We're not going to see it from the underside. But look at that. Oh, that's so cool. So you can see it sort of follows the contour of the circle perfectly. It doesn't touch that bottom yellow one, so it doesn't scrape along the floor. But what we do need to do is to have some sort of staircase that now drops into it. So I think I'm going to take that one away and that one away. It gives us out the way of that beacon up there as well. We're going to use, I think, slabs every time, though, this time. We're going to there. And, oops. No, well, I was going to do that anyway. That one. And splosh. And this one. Go back on the outside. Oh, no. That one. And that one to hide up those gaps. And go back around the outside again. And then we've got a nice sort of drop in for it, where our heads don't hit the beacon. We can hop in. This is a normal gate, isn't it? Oh no, a spurge, just molasses doors. I was going to say, the normal gate animation isn't like that. If I get a normal gate, like the only one that we have, I think we have the nether brick one or something as well. Huh. I thought they instantly opened. They were like, ka-junk, 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 ka-junk. Or is that just on Xbox that they do that? Because on Xbox, they just open up. They just like, ping, and they open up. Unless Molasses Door Mod changed the animation to the default ones as well. I don't know. That's so much smoother. That's really nice. The doors, though, the doors open up instantly. But then again, the Molasses Door mods don't, do they? Those big doors, they didn't just open up. They had an animation to them. So did the curtains. Hold on. Does the normal vanilla door then? And this one, do these have animations now as well? They do. Oops. Look at that. Wow. That's so much neater. It's no longer the instant pop open that they usually do. Very nice, very nice. Okay, iron bars. We want to have these running around the corners here so people don't fall into it. I think that's a pretty smart idea on the behalf of the people that run this place. This one comes down this side. Look at that. Keeps out the way of the beacon and everything. That one and that one. That one and that one. Beautiful. I don't know if we really need anything else. I think that looks absolutely fabulous. Now, it's a real shame that we can't actually get this thing to move and rotate, because how mind-blowing would that be? But I suppose we can't do everything, can we, in Minecraft? There's still limitations. He's going round. He's the happiest guy that I ever knew. I don't know how many times he's gone round this now, but he hasn't complained to me yet. He hasn't said nothing. That's all we've got time for, though, this episode. If you enjoyed it, then hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode.